What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2019 piece of crap, The Lion King remake. So, in this movie, just like the original, like literally almost just like it, it's shot for shot, Simba idolizes his father King Mufasa and takes to heart his own royal destiny. But not everyone in the kingdom celebrates the new cub's arrival. Scar, Mufasa's brother and former heir to the throne, has plans of his own. The battle for Pride Rock is ravaged with betrayal, tragedy, and drama, ultimately resulting in Simba's exile. With help from a curious pair of newfound friends, Simba will have to figure out how to grow up and take back what is rightfully his. So, I'm just going to go ahead and get the positives out of the way, because there's literally only one thing about the movie that I can say was good, and that was the casting of Billy Eichner and Seth Rogen as Timon and Pumbaa, and they're not even enough to save this piece of crap. But I will say that they at least brought a tiny bit of liveliness to this lifeless, soulless piece of crap, cash grab movie. And this is hands down one of the worst movies ever made. I just absolutely hate it. Definitely one of the worst Disney remakes for sure, and everything. It's not my very least favorite. There's actually a couple more pieces of crap that are bigger than this, but usually in a turd pile there are bigger pieces of crap. And most of these remakes are that. And this is definitely one of the worst, though, for sure. The characters are just so emotionless that they have no emotions whatsoever, and the voice actors sound like they're just bored as hell reading off the papers and stuff and everything. James Earl Jones even phones it in, and it's like you could have just reused his voice work from the original and everything, kept the same acting and everything, and not done anything different. You didn't do anything else different with Mufasa, really, and you just made him repeat the same lines where he sounds like an old tired man that doesn't want to be there and everything. He's terrible in it, and so are the rest of the cast. Donald Glover sucks in this. Beyonce sucks in this. The Key and Peele guy sucks in this as the hyena. All the hyena actors suck. They are terrible. There is nothing likable about the hyenas in this movie. The original movie, they're fun, lovable, funny sidekicks to Scar. In this movie, they are some of the most dull and annoying characters in the movie. They totally ruin the hyenas, and they ruin Scar quite a bit too. Like Chiwetel Ejiofor is a really, really great actor, and he was absolutely horrible as Scar. I feel like he was trying to bring some dramatic intensity to his voice acting, but I don't feel like it worked because nobody else around him was trying and everything, and he does not fit the voice of Scar at all whatsoever. He's absolutely horrible and everything. He sucks, and they totally ruined the songs in here, especially Be Prepared. They didn't just butcher Be Prepared. They turned it into Annihilate. They annihilated it and turned it into an abomination. It is awful in here. That I hated the version of Be Prepared in here. It is one of the most horrible, disrespectful things that Disney has done with a song for one of their classic movies. It is absolutely horrible. And the colors are so dull and lifeless too, and the movie just feels lifeless and everything. None of the animals have emotions because the director thinks that animals can't emote, which I've literally seen animals emote right in front of me, in front of my eyes every day with pets that I have. So you can't say that animals can't make facial expressions. Yeah, maybe not as much as humans, but they can and everything. And I've seen pictures of lions with facial expressions. I've seen a picture of a frickin' lion getting his butt bit by a female lion, and he has a look on his face like he's miserable. So you can't say that lions can't emote. And Jon Favreau is a great director most of the time, but he went full dumbass mode with this movie and everything, and all of his decisions of making this movie as lifeless as possible was one of the dumbest ideas that you could take to a classic movie like The Lion King. You take one of the most lively, fun, and heart-wrenching movies that Disney's ever made and just turn it into this dull, lifeless, soulless, boring drama fest, and it sucks and everything. And the little stuff that they did add or change in this movie just sucks really bad because it doesn't fit into this story, because this movie didn't need to be retold and everything, and everything. So all in all, I think The Lion King remake is one of the worst movies ever made. It's really got the contention to be one of in my top 5 worst movies of all time now. I mean, every time I watch it, I like it a little bit less and everything. And I've rewatched the original a couple times over the last month and everything, celebrating its 30th anniversary. So I've had it really fresh in my mind, and rewatching this movie after seeing that movie twice just makes me love the original even more and everything. Every time I watch this movie, it just makes me love the original even more. And the original Lion King is one of the greatest animated movies of all time, and this one is easily, hands down, the worst animated movie ever made. There's no other animated movie that could ever be worse than this movie, because this live action remake isn't even live action, it's computer animated, and I'm not going to call it live action when it's not live action. It's computer animated, and that's what it is. I'm not going to pretend like it's something it's not and everything. And it's just a terrible, terrible piece of crap movie that I would not recommend to anybody. If you want to see The Lion King, just watch the original and everything. If you want to see a different version of it, find a way to watch the play or something, or watch The Lion King 1.5. It's a different version of the movie as well and everything. It remade The Lion King with actually being good and entertaining, and not being a full-fledged shot-for-shot piece of crap remake. So, all in all, I'm gonna say the remake is one of the worst movies ever made. It's got horrible acting, no emotions or heart at all whatsoever. It's lifeless, soulless. It's a cash grab that has no reason to exist whatsoever except for making money, and that's literally the only reason it exists. That's the only reason this upcoming Mufasa movie is going to exist, or any other live, quote-unquote, live-action Lion King piece of crap media that they try to shove in our mouths and faces and stuff. I can't believe this movie made $1 billion. You know, the world had a problem back when they let this piece of crap make $1 billion. So I'm going to go as far as to say that I give this movie a 0 out of 10. I absolutely hate this movie. It is hands down one of the worst movies ever made. It's easily one of the worst remakes ever made. It's has no reason to exist whatsoever, and the world would be a much better place if it didn't exist. So I'm gonna also go as far to say something that I usually don't say on this channel, but fuck this movie. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.